Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I hope that you guys all had an amazing day. I wanted to just provide you guys with a quick little update. I've been posting updates on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it should be popping up right here. Heads up, I only have one Instagram account. There's so many fake ones out there. Just make sure that you know that. I wanted to update you guys on my overall day. One of the things that I want to share with you before I get started, so the salty people out there don't get offended. I have been swing trading Tesla from the very early stages. I've been making videos every single day. I made videos when I was down on Tesla, so therefore I'm making videos when I'm up on Tesla as well. I had a $20,000 loss on Tesla on Thursday. I made $10,000 on Friday, and today I wanted to update you guys on my position. I'm going to share with you my plan. My plan is my specific plan based off of my opinion and in no way any stock suggestion. This is simply an update so you know my thought process when it comes down to why I'm going so heavy on my Tesla position. So altogether on the day, I cleared a little bit over $51,000. This went into the aftermarket trading session, and on Tesla alone, as you guys can still see, I have a little bit over 800 shares. I made a little bit over $41,000 on the day, and on the open, which is the most important part, right? Net, what I'm actually up on Tesla is now $23,000. This is in the very early stages of what I see to be a potential reversal. But of course, just as much as I am up today, Tesla only pushed up 6% today. So if it gaps down 6% tomorrow, then again, I'm going to have to watch my position size, and I can just be as heavily in the red as I was today in the green. And you need to know that that's part of trading, that's part of swing trading, and of course, that's part of investing if you plan to hold the position for a long period of time because you see a lot of upside potential or growth potential. This is the roller coaster that you put yourself through. I want to encourage you to take a position in which you are motivated to follow up with, but do not take such an aggressive position in which you end up becoming super uncomfortable and you end up ruining the whole experience for yourself. So although I feel pretty well off of Tesla today, let me go ahead and share with you my plan. So I'm going to go on the 180-day chart just so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Tesla has been continuously bullish since it announced its addition to the S&P 500. I was in Tesla when this happened, and ever since then, I've always had an open position in Tesla. Nothing crazy based off of my overall account size, but I had about 40 to 50 shares that I would always hold overnight, and I would day trade it with about 100 to 150 shares throughout the day, meaning that I would close out a majority of my position while still holding a small position as it was so continuously bullish, just in case it continued to gap up. One of the things that we talked about is when Tesla hit $900 a share and it continuously got rejected at $850. We talked about this multiple times. It was no longer making higher highs, and guess what? We were preparing for a correction or some form of pullback. It's not that we knew that the market was going to pull back this aggressively, but like we've said so many times before, no one can predict the future, but I would rather be someone that prepares for it than to be surprised. And this is a perfect example where when the market did begin to sell off, I began to invest and buy stocks that I found to be good deals. Stocks like Shopify, stocks like Amazon, stocks like Tesla, stocks like or ETFs like TQQQ, as they became very oversold. I found them to be a good deal, and I began to ride them back up, right? It's not like we're making a crazy amount of money off of these different stocks, well, just depending on how much money it is that you have invested. But what I want to share with you is because it was so bullish before and this correction happened, I'm not too sure if you've paid attention to the correlation between the /NQ, which is the NASDAQ future, and Tesla, but today there's a very strong correlation, and if you're part of the Learn, Plan, Profit trading group, you would have seen that during the live trading session today. Although we did push up today, and we are trading above the EMA line on the 4-hour time frame, Tesla can easily pull right on back. And I am telling you this as someone that's invested in Tesla. I'm not here to try to convince you that Tesla's, the best thing in the world. If you don't see value in it, don't buy it. But the reason that I'm personally so heavily invested is because of how it's traded before and because of how oversold it's become due to current market conditions. The overall market is pulling back, and because tech is pulling back so aggressively, it does have a negative influence on Tesla. And because of what I view to be a good deal opportunity, I put in a certain dollar amount that I feel both motivated and comfortable to follow up with. And that's the position that I'm in, right? I began to buy Tesla aggressively as it broke below $700 a share, and I began to really load up on Tesla as it broke above $700 a share. At one point today, I had a little bit over 900 shares, but of course, I sold the majority of that and stayed with 800 shares, as this is where I kind of wanted to stay when it comes down to what I hold overnight. So my overall plan for Tesla, just so you guys can see what it is that I have going on, I plan to continue to buy and load up on Tesla up until $750 a share if it ends up going to that price point. I plan to, again, a goal is something to work towards, not something that has to actually be achieved. But I would expect there to be some form of resistance, of course, at $800. The SMA line is most likely going to be there, and that was an old support level, which is most likely going to act as a new resistance level. I plan to and working towards selling at around $850 a share. So from where we're at as of right now, we definitely still have ways to go, but I just wanted to make sure that I share my trade plan. It's not that I plan to sell at $900. It's, based off of previous trading prices, I see a lot of consolidation right around $850 to $860, and I would be very satisfied in being able to lock in my position and lock in my profits around that specific price level. But of course, if this thing begins to indicate signs of an uptrend and then it experiences any signs of a resistance at $800 and it begins to pull on back, you guys know that my main focus is locking in profits and doing my part in setting my future self up. So although I do have the goal of, locking in profits at $850, if I see any indication of a resistance, I'm gonna make sure that I do my part in balancing out my position size and making sure that I lock in profits. Also, one of the things that I want to share with you is how important it is to reduce your position size when things are not going according to plan. It's easy to talk about Tesla today because I made $41,000 on it today, and I'm up $23,000 on the open. It's easy to talk about it. It's easy to talk about it when you're in the green. But what about if it begins to pull back? There's two sides to every opportunity, and it can easily happen. So if this thing begins to pull on back and it breaks below $700 a share, yeah, I'm going to be down, but I don't really care about that big picture, right? Because I'm not going to be selling my entire position tomorrow. That's not my plan. My plan is weeks or months from now, when it reaches back at these levels, that's when I'll lock in profits. It's not money that I necessarily need right now. So if Tesla were to pull back and break below the EMA line, that's when I'm going to reduce my position size back to about $500 to $600 a share, just in case it does pull on back, that I have enough money allocated available in my account that if it hits 650 or if it hits 600, I have enough money in the reserves in which that I can reinvest into Tesla at those lower levels, therefore balancing out my position size at these higher levels just in case it begins to pull on back. So again, balancing out my position size, making sure the overall direction is in my favor, averaging up when the direction is in my favor and it continues to make higher highs, and not being afraid to lock in profits are my biggest focus on Tesla. And again, Tesla can easily pull on back, and I'm telling you this as someone that's invested in Tesla. Does that mean that I'm gonna, freak out? Does that mean that I'm gonna get super scared? No, it just means that you have to stay cool, calm, and collected, and I would encourage you to implement structure with how it is that you choose to approach it. If that's with a well-balanced position, meaning that you have enough money in your position that you feel motivated to follow up with it, but not so much that you become an emotional mess and just because you're down, you want to give up, right? You need to find that balance, and it does take time to get there. But luckily, you have nothing but time when it comes down to scaling in the stock market. And that's kind of where I wanted to leave this. If you actually do the math and how much money I made today or how much I'm up today based off of the dollar amount that I'm trading with, it's about 10%. So for those that are making 10% a month and think that that's not a lot because you have a $1,000 or $5,000 trading account, I just want to put into perspective as you gain confidence, as you gain experience, how effective scaling can be, not just for trading, but for investing, where you can have huge days. When you understand what it is that you're doing, and when you get to a point where you're comfortable enough and well balanced enough to be able to invest with larger dollar amounts. It's all about scaling, both in business and of course investing and of course the stock market. So I'm very excited for each and every single one of you. And if you're excited to scale, make sure you drop a thumbs up. So I would love to stay connected. If you guys haven't joined our absolutely free Facebook group, that's going to be that first link in the description. We have a little bit over 307,000 members, making us one of the largest free Facebook groups in the world for those who trade in the stock market. If you guys haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make make sure you watch our new videos that we post every single day. And if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow at market open, that's that second link in the description. And of course, that's going to be with the Learn Plan Profit Group. Like always, continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.